Okay, thank you very much for joining me. This is Josh Galligan, and we are going to go through how to create a WordPress blog. And this is part one of the DACC Cloud Classroom and how to develop a cloud classroom. Um, WordPress blogs are an unbelievable way to unleash the students' creativity, to share things online. And I'm going to share with you how I use it, and maybe you can find some better ways even to use it in your lab. But here's how I use it, and here's how you can start one for your lab as well. Um, First and foremost, I will show you that I have a blog up for the DACC Cloud Classroom group, and you can go to that site at the daccccloud.wordpress.com. And if you look up here in my URL bar, you can see that address right there. You don't need to worry about the rest of this. Just type in the daccccloud.wordpress.com. Everything we cover in the next several weeks and the sessions we go over will be on this WordPress blog. And I'm trying to lead by example by posting things on here for the blog. Okay, the very first thing about WordPress is I'd like to just show you real quick how I use it, and then you can decide if it's something you think that could help you in your classes. And obviously you probably wouldn't be here if you didn't want to give it a shot. You wouldn't be here listening to me today. So anyways, I actually keep all of my students' WordPress blogs in a folder in my address bar up here, and I have all their blogs right here, so that if I'm at home and I want to grade an assignment, I can simply go up here and click on one of their blogs, and I can just go ahead and pull up one of their blogs. And as you can see, they all have different looks and colors and styles to them, and I'll show you how to do that when we start creating your blogs here in a few seconds. But these are just a few examples of what the blogs look like. I have them again for each year. I make my students put these up, and we post images and things to these WordPress blogs. And we'll actually have the students write each week in there, and I'll have them respond to different questions that relate to the information technology industry. And I will also have them complete their STAR assignments, which we do in information technology, which stands for Stop Talking and Read. And I'll have them read something and then respond to it, like right here. Mariah's responding to a STAR assignment with this paragraph. So those are basically how I use my WordPress blogs for class. You can probably find ways to use them in your lab as well. That would be beneficial. One of the things about the WordPress blogs, and I'll show you as we create this, you can post obviously different text and content here. You can post pictures, but unless you pay $99 a year, you cannot post video or audio to it. There is a way around that, and I'm going to show you in a little bit how to get around that, I guess. And it would just require you basically opening a YouTube account, which I have done in my class for obvious reasons. But I'll show you how to embed YouTube video onto these pages without having to pay the $99. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create your blog. And by the way, real quick, let me just show you what our objectives are for this presentation today. I'm going to show you how to create a WordPress blog, number one. Number two is we're going to add a new post to your WordPress blog. I'm going to show you how to add pictures to your WordPress blog. I'm going to show you how to add videos to your blog and add a class poll as well. And then just discuss, which I've kind of briefly done already, how my students use WordPress, and maybe show a couple examples. And depending on time, we'll take a look at doing that here in a bit. For your part of this, when we're done here today, you're going to go and create your own blogs after this, and those blogs will be due on March the 7th. And here is basically the assignment and what you need to do in order to be checked off for your professional development credit. So basically, you need to make a welcome post after you create your blog. You need to post a picture. You need to post a link with a video link embedded in it. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to post a class poll, and then give an assignment to the class that you're going to actually put on your WordPress blog, as well as have the class create their own WordPress accounts that they can use in your class, and then share their WordPress address with you. Basically, all I need you to do is email me your WordPress accounts. So basically, like for mine is the daccccloud.wordpress.com. You will have something similar to that with the username that you pick. I'll just need you to email me that address when you have all of your stuff done here, so that I can go and take a look at it. And certainly don't hesitate to contact me if you need help in the process of creating this. So okay, so let's go and take a look at how we're going to create your WordPress blogs. First thing you're going to do is you're just going to type in Wordpress.com in your browser. It's going to take you to a page that looks like this. This big orange button right here is actually called that, is the big orange button. And if you click that to get started, okay, that's going to take you to a page that will ask you for what you want your blog address to be. And obviously you want to make it something memorable and relates to your class. If I click this down arrow, I can see that there are some different options here. That if I just get a .com, that's going to cost me $17 a year. So you want the free one, which is .wordpress.com. So one more word to remember in there, but again, it's free, which is always in my price range. So let's say I want to check some names here and see what's available. Let's say I want to type DACC Media Teacher. And it's pretty wordy actually. I'd probably stick with something a little bit smaller, but it tells me that it's available, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. I'm going to go ahead and use that as my username as well, and then I'll put a password in that that works for me, and then I'm going to confirm that password, and then type my email address in. Now I believe that you can only have one email address attached to every account. So what I've done is I've actually created a ghost email address just for this, and it's mrg@brandbyjosh.com. And there should be nothing attached to that email address, so it says it didn't give me any red message there, basically showing me that that was already taken. And then it's going to ask you some basic question here. Do you want us to email you about things? And I typically say no, so I don't get a bunch of spam. And then down here just shows you what, like I said, what your free account over here gets you. It's basically a free blog. It tempts you a little bit by asking if you want these other things, but this blog that you're going to have for free will do everything you need it to do and more, so you really don't need to buy the $99 a year blog. There's something called VideoPress, which if you pay $99, it allows you to upload video right to your WordPress, and that's again just to pay for the space. Okay, so basically it's going to take me to the next step here, and it's going to say we've sent you an email to confirm this and to activate your account. So I'm going to look over my email. I'm going to go ahead and reload, and let's see if it's here yet. And there it is. So in my account, WordPress.com sent me this email. I'm going to scroll down, and basically it says right here, activate your blog. So I'm just going to click activate blog. And almost instantaneously, your blog should be up. Okay. The first thing you're going to see is, up here in the left-hand corner is my DACC Media Teacher, and as I roll over it, it gives me some options here. Those same options are down here on the left-hand side. But it's just going to give you a basic welcome message. If you want to watch this video, you can, and we'll give you some. There's plenty of resources over here that will help you in getting started with how to use WordPress and how to blog, and so forth. So the thing that we care about the most is we want to be able to post on our WordPress account. And so in order to do that, there's a couple ways. One, you could, and by the way, what we're looking at here, this is called your dashboard, if I didn't mention that already. And your dashboard is where you will do all the work to your WordPress account. Okay. And so if I come up here and I click this DACC Media Teacher button, okay, it's going to take me to my blog. This is basically the default look that the blog has given me. So this is when somebody pulls up your address, which mine is daccmediateacher.wordpress.com, you have a basic hello message here, and that's really about it. And we're gonna basically customize this here in a minute. So if I roll back up here over DACC Media Teacher and I click Dashboard, that's going to take me back to where we were just a second ago, to where I can make all the changes. You can also, if you just really quick want to post a new post, you can go to New Post right here as well. So I'm going to click on Dashboard. we're going to keep this pretty simple today and just do a few basic simple things. And as you get more comfortable with this, you can try some other things. But for now, we're going to keep this really simple. So let's go over here to Post, and let's go ahead and make a new post. So I'm just going to roll over Post, and I'm going to click Add New. And under Add New Post, I'm going to go ahead and just give it a title. And I'm going to put my first post. And here I will put, I will be posting many new things in the future. Period. And then as you are typing, you can see up here, there, just like in Microsoft Word or other editing programs, you have basic things that you can do to format down here. You can add links, and you can center and left align, and add bullets and bold. Okay. Then as I roll down, there's really not much down here that you're going to need at this point. So all we need to do next then is go ahead and publish this post. There's a blue Publish button right here. So if I click Publish, and the internet is working at the speed of light, as you can see. So it says I've published 2 posts now. Remember, the first one was that Hello World post that was already there. And here's the one I just posted. Okay, so let's go take a look and see what this looks like live. And the way I do that is I need to go up here to my DACC Media Teacher button and just click at the very top there. And this is going to show me my blog. And as I roll down, here's what we just posted, my first post. Okay, I could edit my post right here if I want. People can leave a reply if they would like, and comment on your post. You can actually turn those off and on in your dashboard over here under a place called Settings. Okay, so if I go to my dashboard, and if I go down to Settings here at the bottom, okay, I can open that up, and I can go into my privacy settings and allow people to post or not post comments in that area. Okay. One of the very first things that I like to do, and I actually probably should have showed you this first, but it's okay. We know how to do a basic post now. So I'm going to click on Appearance, and one of the things I'm going to want to pick is my very first theme. And so I'm going to click on Themes, and you will see WordPress will give you some custom designed themes and options of how your page is going to look. So if I just scroll down here, I can see there's a lot of different options. Now, most of these are free. The majority are free. There's occasionally, like this one right here, is a photographer's theme, and it's a little bit more customized, and so it's $68. Like I said, the majority are free, though. So as I roll down, you can see there are just a number of choices. Okay. And I'm just going to randomly pick one here in a second. I just want to show you a few choices. Let's go with something a little more traditional, just so it's easy to work with and see for this blog today. So I'm going to go pick this one right here. And kind of boring, actually, isn't it? But we'll pick it. It'll be easy for us to see and to read. So I click this, and WordPress is going to do its thing. And you can see that this is what it's going to look like, and it's going to say, do you want to do this? Now this is, it's kind of hidden up here, but there's a little button that says Activate, and this is the Nutra theme is what it's called. So I'm going to click Activate Nutra. And as I click that, now that is how my theme is going to appear on my WordPress site. So as the internet, as soon as it loads here, any second now. Okay. While that's loading, sometimes if you know, this is a free site, so it does at times get busy. I'm going to go ahead and click the dashboard, and just to make something happen, I'm going to go up to my DACC Media Teacher account, and I'm just going to check, and yes, it did. The changes took effect, so this is what my blog looks like. And again, you might want something with a picture to make it look a little more pretty, or something of that nature. So I'm going to go back up here to DACC Media Teacher. I'm going to click back on my dashboard. And we now know how we can add a custom theme to our WordPress account. We now know how to add a new post as well. Okay, and if you really want to create different categories for your posts, like you want to have each of your classes have a different section where they can checkout assignments or things that you might want to post up here, you can do those things over here in your categories. So what I would do is I would want to click, like if I want to add a new class, and all the links I would put from now on would be under that new class, I could type that in here and I could add a new class in this categories option here. I'd say at first, just to keep it simple, maybe just start out just posting, and then once you get real familiar and comfortable with this, you could go into adding new posts. Okay, to add a picture, if I want to add a picture to a post, okay, I'm going to click Add New, and this is going to go to my post screen again. Okay, there's a title, obviously a title area up here, and I'm just going to post a picture of my daughter. You guys all know how crazy I am about my daughter, so I'll put Ella there. And then what you need to do, there are 3 little icons right here. There's one for Add Media, there's one for Add a Poll, and there's one for Add a Custom Form. Okay, I'm just going to click on this one that says Add Media, and it's going to ask me to find the file on here. Now remember, I haven't paid to add videos, so it only let me add these files here. The nice thing about this is, if you want to use this for senior projects, you can, and you can have your students add PDFs or docs like from Word, or PowerPoints even, or Excel spreadsheets. They can add it right here in WordPress, and I do a lot of that for senior projects as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click, and by the way, you have 3 gigabytes of total space that you can use in WordPress. That's a lot, especially since you can't post video. So it'll probably be almost impossible, unless they're just posting picture after picture. It'll be impossible almost to reach that 3 gigabytes of space. I'm going to select a file of Ella, so I'm going to click on my desktop, and I'm going to go find my pictures. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I have a pictures area on here. I may have to put something different. Let's see. See what I have. Okay, images. Here we go. I actually might be in luck here. Oh, no, I don't. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to my pictures area, and there we go. There are my pictures of Ella. So I'm going to find a picture I'd like to put up here. So let's go with this one, which I love this picture. And so I went ahead and selected that file. It is doing its work right now. And okay, if you scroll down here now, you can see there's a little bar to the right side here. I can go ahead and change my title here, because it's kind of giving it the title from the actual code of the image itself. So I'm just going to put Ella smiling. And then if I want to add any other descriptions, I can in here. And then this is the most important part to adding a picture to WordPress. If you don't do this, you won't have a picture on WordPress. But right here, you want to select your size first, and you can tell it where you want it to be aligned at, if you want it to be aligned left, center, or right. But this is the most important part. You have to click Insert into Post. And as I click Insert into Post, I can now see this picture of Ella. Just like we did in the last post we made, our basic post, I've got to go over here and click Publish. And it'll take a second to do that. And I've now published 3 posts. Remember, we were at 2 last time. So now we're in good shape. If I go up here to my DACC Media Teacher account, I just click on the blog. Now, that's the very top post. The most recent post goes to the top. And okay, so the other thing we can do is we can add a video into our WordPress blog as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this post here and just show you from scratch. Let me go ahead and into my post. I'll show you. I guess this is a good opportunity for me to teach you how to delete a post. If I go into my dashboard and I want to get rid of this don't text video post that I have here, I'm going to go in here to post and look at all posts. And I just put this in here, this don't text video. And I just wanted to show you how I can delete it. So I'm going to check it, and I'm going to go here to trash. And that's going to go ahead and trash that video. Okay, so I now just have my picture of Ella that we just put in. What I want to show you now is you might find a video on YouTube that you want to, or TeacherTube, or some other video file that you want to add to your WordPress blog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here into my URL. Let's say I found a YouTube video here from my Delaware Area Career Center channel that I have for my students. And so I'm going to go through those channels, or different videos on my channel. And I'm going to go ahead and go down here to this commercial that I've got that a couple of my students have made here in the past. And I'm going to go ahead and just pause this real quick so the audio doesn't start playing. And then I'm going to just go ahead and copy this URL up here. I go ahead and highlight it. I'm going to hit Control C, or you could right click and hit copy. I'm going to come over here to my WordPress account, and I'm going to make a new post. So I'm going to click Add New Post. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Don't Text Video up here in my title, and I'm going to go over here to my Insert Media or Add Media button. Okay, we were just there to add the picture. When I'm in here, there are three different choices up here. The first one's what we use to select a file. The second one is if you want to embed a video into your WordPress. Okay, and so right here, and it says insert media from another website. So I'm going to change this from image to audio video file. I'm going to select or paste my URL into there, and then the title is Don't Text Video. And I'm going to click Insert into Post, just like I always do. Okay, and it's got a little. Right now you're not going to see the video, but when we actually publish this, we should see the video, no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and click Publish. And WordPress is going to work its magic, hopefully. And it's a video, so this may just take it just a hair longer than if you do an image. It's just a larger file size. And there it is. There is the video that we added. Let's go ahead and look at the full WordPress blog so we can see what this looks like. Okay, so right here you can see I have this video that is embedded. I didn't need to pay $99 for Video Press in order to do this. So if I hit play, my video should play no problem. And there you go. So so we can now put a regular text post in. We also know how to add a picture, and we now know how to embed a video from another website onto WordPress. We didn't have to pay $99 to do that. Okay, the last thing I want to show you before you guys start doing this on your own is that we want to add a poll. And you may have your class want to take a poll for some reason. So I'm going to go up here to my my little drop-down menu. I'm going to go to New Post. And there's a step that you'll need to complete that I've already completed. But right here, if I wanted to add a poll, I'll kind of explain as I go through this. I think it'll become clear what you need to do. But let's say this is we'll call this football poll. I'm a football coach, as you guys all know. And right here, I'm going to go to Upload and Insert or Add Poll here. It's the second button. It's this one here. So I'm going to click this. And it's going to ask me if I want to create a new account, which is what you all are going to want to do. You don't have an account yet, or maybe you do. They use something called Poll Daddy. And so I want to use my account that I already have. So I'm going to click Import Poll Daddy account, put my email address in there, and hopefully I remember my credentials. And yes, do it. I want some polls. So I'm going to click that. Okay, there are my polls. Very nice. And I created one just a second ago just for you guys. And you guys all know I'm a pretty big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. And right here, I have some choices now. I have Embed into Post, and that's what I want. So I'm going to click Embed into Post. And notice it just puts this poll ID. Just like the video, you won't see the poll until we actually look at it on our screen. Okay. So I'm going to go over here now and click Publish. Publish is kind of like the save button working in other applications. You got to make sure you hit publish at all times when doing WordPress. Okay, and over here you're going to see I've now published 5 posts, and we should see our little green progress bar. It says that we're done. Okay, all right. There's what we just posted. Let's go look at the full page. You can click here or click here, and now I have on here a poll. Okay, and this is a live poll, so I can click. Am I a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, let's click yes and vote. Okay, now it shows what I've done. All right, so let me go back here and click this again. I'm gonna actually go to my DACC Media Teacher page. I'm gonna try to vote again. Yes, vote. Try to rig the results here because we know how much I like the Steelers, right? Okay, vote. And notice it won't let me vote again. It says, thank you, we have already counted your vote. So basically you can tell it to allow people to vote more than once, or you can tell it not to. I have my settings set not to do that. Okay. Again, people can comment on the poll, and be careful, like I said, what you put up there, if you're going to allow people to make comments or not. But that is the basic way you can add a poll to your class blog. Okay, we have gone through, I think, everything we need to go through today. You guys know how to make a welcome post, you know how to post a picture, you know how to post a video, you know how to post a class poll. So your assignment now is to go make your own WordPress blog and to report your results to me by sending an email to me of your WordPress blog, and then I'll take a look at it, and I will see what you guys have created. I would also like for you to put on your WordPress blog an assignment for your class to basically create their own WordPress account. So you're going to tell them to go to your WordPress account. You're going to give them your address. You know, again, mine was the daccccloud.wordpress.com, and then they are going to all create their own WordPress accounts. So, and then they need to share that account with you so that you can have their information, so that when you go to grade their assignments, you can keep them in a folder in your bar at the top, just like I have all of my students up here. Hopefully you have learned something today, and hopefully you've enjoyed this this presentation. Hopefully you have all the information you need. Remember that if you need more information from me, just go ahead and email me. You can also reach me through my DACC Cloud website. And remember, throughout this process of the next 3 sessions that we'll work on, you can follow all the assignments at the daccccloud.wordpress.com for any future assignment that we work on. This was, again, project number 1, creating a WordPress blog. The second one will be using Prezi to create a hip new way to present. And the third one will be using Google Calendar as a project management tool. So again, hope you've enjoyed this. And again, contact me if you have any questions. I will be looking forward to your WordPress blogs. And those are, again, are due on 3/7 or March 7th. And I will look forward to seeing that. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoy this. Have a great day.